Up on Mountain News this morning, a new plan will let businesses apply early for medical cannabis licenses in the Commonwealth. And we'll take a look at reactions to Reed Sheppard leaving for the NBA draft.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We are coming up on 6 a.m. on this rainy Friday morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast.
Good morning, Madison, and good morning, everyone. That rain coming in as we've pushed through the last hour, now down to 61 outside our door here at WYMT. Still warm out to the east, mid-60s, Prestonsburg, Pikeville. Good morning to you up in Ashland at 65. It's cooled down to 59 in Middlesboro, 62 now at the London Corbin Airport. The pinpoint Doppler radar. This action from Lexington all the way down across the state line sticks out like a sore thumb, but we have action out in front of it in terms of showers and some heavier bursts of rain right along the Hal Rogers as you make your way now Floyd County up toward Paintsville. This will continue to track into Pike County. We'll look back to the west coming in toward Conway and western portions of Rockcastle County. Going to be crossing over 75 over the next 10 to 20 minutes, arcing back towards Somerset with some heavier bursts of rain. And yes, indeed, we'll deal with this action in terms of widespread showers, heavier bursts of rain, and some thunderstorm activity over the next couple of hours. After we get past 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll look for scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower, and a forecast high later this afternoon in Hazard up close to 70. More about the first alert 7-day forecast, and I'll say kind of a bright and refreshing weekend after the heat earlier this week, including yesterday, all coming up in just a few moments. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. Looking forward to hearing about that refresh. Saturday, April 27th, the Parkinson's in Motion organization will be hosting its 5K walk or run event at Laurel County's Farmers Market in London. The event is designed to help further new treatment and programs for the Parkinson's in Motion Foundation. Parkinson's in Motion Director Jane Rice Williams says the event helps them cover expenses, but their ultimate goal is to have a screening program.
Well, it's going toward building the programs that we have now, like that we have exercise programs, we have a lot of guest speakers come in, we have a cognition program, and we just have expenses that this event helps us cover those expenses, but we're working toward the screening program. That's our big goal right now.
For more information about this, you can visit the organization's Facebook page. The medical cannabis business is growing quickly across the country, and one bill creates a structure for Kentuckians looking to participate and utilize in the industry. House Bill 829 was signed by Governor Beshear. It addresses concerns raised by last year's Senate Bill 47, which made the start date for Kentucky's medical cannabis business January 1st of 2025. Under the prior plan, businesses would have started functioning on the same day qualifying patients could access medical cannabis. Qualifying businesses can now start that process 6 months earlier.
I believe that anybody who is interested in being a part of this exciting new industry should have the opportunity to do so as long as they can do it safely and meet the necessary criteria.
Governor Beshear says businesses can start applying on July 1st with the application requiring information such as business history, owner's HIP information, and financial information. The first round of licensing will be conducted in a lottery system. Some were surprised by Reed Sheppard's announcement. Others say they were expecting the news, but all had a farewell message for the London native. Grayson Passmore continues our Big Blue coverage.
BBN, you have been with me from day one.
It doesn't take long for news to spread amongst UK fans.
Kentucky is home. Kentucky will always be home.
Mere minutes after Reed Sheppard made his social media announcement to declare for the NBA draft.
There is another part of my dream, to play basketball in the NBA.
Those on campus already had plenty to say about the decision.
He had good fundamentals. He was just an overall good basketball player. He had ups and downs during the games, but I think overall he was a good guard.
Some say Shepherd's absence will be felt next season.
And just be able to just steal the ball overall, I gotta say it will be a tough spot just to try to replace.
Others are just ready for a new start and a new team.
We had better players before, and we're going to have better players afterwards. So we'll just see how it goes.
But at the end of the day, these Cats fans all have one message for the team ahead of next season.
I got hopes for Pope, for sure. I think he's going to do all right. I think it's going to take him a few years to get everything under control.
Hey, like what Mark Pope said, we got to get banners. So we're going to get banners no matter what.
Yeah, I hope we're just able to recruit new players that are actually willing to stay, you know, for years and, like, train.
I mean, obviously, hopefully a championship, but just like a team that can go far, make it to past the first round, second round.
In Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
The first day of the Hillbilly Days Festival packed the streets of downtown Pikeville with more vendors and attractions than ever before. The 47th festival brought folks from all around to enjoy a day of food, fun, and festival favorites. Organizers at the Southeast Kentucky Chamber of Commerce and the city of Pikeville say a lot of work goes into preparing for the event, but the mission of helping kids is well worth it. And that mission of raising money for Shriners Hospitals for Children is something the Shriners say the community takes seriously.
That means that anybody, no matter who they are, whether they're executive or a hillbilly, the lower class, hillbillies involves everybody. And we feel like that everybody's comfortable with that, and they like to get together and fellowship and enjoy raising money for the Shriners Hospital.
The fun continues today and Saturday. If you go to Pikeville, don't forget to stop by our booth and pick up a WYMT Hillbilly Days button and take a picture at the Appalachian Wireless Selfie Stop. And a two-day music festival is expected to bring thousands to Boyd County this weekend. Rock the Country will feature some big-name artists. Boyd County Tourism is expecting a crowd of 30,000 people each day. The events kick off today, but folks who plan to camp needed to have their RVs and campers parked by yesterday. The promoters of the event say safety remains at the forefront.
Just like any standard arena, and we say it all the time, just because we look like a big party in the woods does not mean that we don't want to deliver a great consumer experience or that we're safe. And so we have a full-time director of public safety and government relations on our team, the EMS team to fire department.
As we mentioned, there are some big names taking the stage. Today, we'll see Travis Tritt, Miranda Lambert, and Jason Aldean. And on Saturday, Nelly, Brantley Gilbert, and Kid Rock, who says he can't wait for a fun-filled weekend.
When you can find people that, you know, are working so hard for these places, especially out in Kentucky, which we're talking about now, is when we can work with them to come together and create, I would call it freedom at its finest, you know, to create an environment for people to come, let loose, have a good time, but also work together so we can have a good, safe time.
Again, the festival runs through Saturday in Boyd County. You should be prepared for traffic congestion in the area.
And a good Friday morning to you. Gotta love Kid Rock, right? 63 as we check out the view right now from Somerset, and I'm showing you this view right now just because we had some intense rainfall just moved through downtown. And you notice here just some of the puddles on the sidewalk, and there was some sheeting of the water on the roadway. So the intense downpours continue to move across northern portions of Pulaski County. And well, as we end up leaving Perry and Breathitt counties, tracking from Floyd into Pike County. This is where we have some heavier bursts of rain tracking toward Pikeville and Dorton. Yeah, make your way back out to the west. And again, it's this complex that is moving into Laurel County through the heart of Rockcastle County that's got the intense rainfall right in here tracking eastbound. So heads up, McKee, London, Barberville, this section's headed your way. All right, the Travelcast reflects the opportunity for the shower and thunder shower threat this morning. It becomes more scattered as we head through the afternoon. The high today in Hazard up close to 70. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Madison.
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, after some courtroom drama, a jury is finally seated in former President Trump's hush money trial.